All right, so we need some way of getting result out of this function and out into our main program. Well, um, let's think about how we've previously gotten the result of a function out of a function. If you think about when you replace text in a string, you said let my new string equal um, old string dot replace, and then you probably put something here and you replace it with something here. Whoops, replaced it with something there. So that would have taken the old string, replaced those two things, and stored it in a new string. So how did it do that? Well, the key here is that um, you set a variable equal to the result of a function. And if you think about it, you've done this a lot. You probably said let first name equal prompt. You've probably done other things like that so far in this course where you said, let my variable equal the result of the function. So if we want to access result, we're going to have to do something similar out here. So we'll say let um, my results equal add two numbers, and then we'll alert, whoops, sorry, we'll alert my result. So that's part of the solution. Part of the solution is to take the result of this, store it in a variable, and then alert it. But what is the result of this? Well, up here we called it result, but JavaScript isn't smart enough to know which part of this it needs to give back to the main program. In order for us to tell it what it needs to give back, we need to use the keyword return. So when you use the keyword return, it ends this function and gives some information out into the main program. So it's going to send it to the other side of an equal statement. So we could say let my result equal, and it's going to be equal to whatever gets returned here. Um, right now we're not returning anything, but we could say return result. So what that will do is it will take my num1 and then my num2, it'll add them together, and then it'll say return result. And it will take result and store it in my result so that when we alert my result, we see the resulting value. I'm going to go live with this, and we can see that we got 30. So we've successfully accessed result from inside the program, but let's watch that happen in action. So we're going to come over here to our sources tab, and I'm going to put a breakpoint right here on this line, line 22, and I'm going to reload the page. Okay, it has paused. Right now, my result is nothing, but we're about to set it equal to calling our function add two numbers. So I'm going to hit the next button, and it's going to go into the function. It's going to say, so you'll notice it jumped from line 22 up to line 13. You'll hit next, and my num1 is now 10. We will hit next. My num2 is now 20. Hopefully you know how to assign a variable by now. We'll add the results together, and result is now 30. So if we hover over result, it is 30. If we hover over my result, there's nothing in it. We're going to hit the next button. And now if we hover over my result, it has 30 in it. So it had exactly whatever got returned from result is now stored in my result. Excuse me. You'll also notice that because we're outside these curly braces, now when I hover over result, it has nothing in it. When I hover over my result, it has the result of the function, which is 30. And then if we hit our next button, it alerts 30. So if you want to get information out of a function and you want to use it in your main program, the way you do that is you use a return statement. Now, this function is probably not very useful because right now, all it's doing is repeatedly adding 10 and 20. It'd be nice if this function was a little more flexible and we could give it our own numbers to use. So similar to how an alert box doesn't show the same message every time, and we can say, hello world, and it will show hello world, or we could say, I love ice cream. Um, and it will adjust the alert box. We want our add two numbers to be flexible just like that so that we can add multiple different types of different numbers rather than just always adding 10 and 20. And in the next video, we'll talk about how to do that.